Hey Taurus, I just sat down with my deck and honestly, I cannot believe what came through for you right now. I need to share this reading because the energy around unions and unexpected fortune is seriously intense. Let me shuffle and see what the universe wants to reveal about this incredible period coming into your life. Alright, so the first card I pulled is King of Cups. And wow, this is already telling me something major. This is not just any person coming into your world, Taurus. This is someone who has done their emotional work. Think about someone who knows how to handle their feelings without making it your responsibility to fix them. This king represents emotional maturity at its finest, and the universe is basically showing me that this connection you are about to experience involves someone who can match you on a deep emotional level. What really stands out here is the stability this person brings. You know how exhausting it can be to deal with people who cannot regulate their emotions or who expect you to be their therapist? This is the complete opposite. The King of Cups is telling me this person has been through their own journey of healing and transformation, and they are coming to you as a whole person, not a project. The timing of this is fascinating because it suggests you have also been doing your own inner work, and now the universe is ready to reward that growth with someone who can meet you where you are. This is not about drama or chaos. This is about building something real with someone who understands the value of emotional intelligence. I am seeing that this person might work in a field related to healing, counseling, the arts, or anything that requires deep empathy and understanding. They have this quality where people naturally feel safe opening up to them. But here's what really gets me excited for you. This king is not emotionally available in a performative way. They genuinely have the capacity to hold space for both their feelings and yours without getting overwhelmed. The cup suit is all about emotional fulfillment, and having the king show up first is like the universe saying you are getting the best of what this suit has to offer. This person knows how to love without losing themselves, they know how to give without depleting their own well-being, and they understand that real intimacy requires vulnerability balanced with healthy boundaries. I am also picking up that water might be significant here. Maybe you meet near water, or this person has strong water sign placements in their chart. The energy feels calm but profound, like the deep ocean rather than turbulent waves. Moving forward, I drew 3 of Wands, and this is where things get really interesting because we are talking about expansion and looking toward the horizon with confidence. This card is showing me that whatever union is forming in your life is not going to be small or limited. The 3 of Wands appears when you have laid the groundwork, and now you are watching your efforts bear fruit in ways that exceed your original expectations. For you, Taurus, this suggests that good fortune is not just dropping into your lap randomly. You have been planting seeds whether you realized it or not, and those seeds are about to sprout in spectacular fashion. This could manifest in multiple ways. Maybe you have been working on yourself, and now that self-development is attracting the right people and opportunities. Or perhaps you have been putting energy into a creative project or business venture that is about to take off. The Wands are the suit of passion and action, so this fortune has fire energy behind it, meaning once it starts moving, it gains momentum quickly. What I find powerful about the 3 of Wands following the King of Cups is that it shows this is not just about emotional connection. It is about building something tangible in the world together. If we are talking about a romantic union, this person does not just want to be your partner in the emotional sense. They want to collaborate with you on creating a life that expands both of your horizons. This card often appears when people are ready to trade or do business across borders, so I would not be surprised if there is an international element to this story somehow. Maybe this person is from a different background or culture, or perhaps the opportunities coming your way involve travel or connecting with people from diverse places. The figure in the 3 of Wands is standing on a cliff looking out at ships coming in, which is such a beautiful metaphor for watching your investments return to you multiplied. You have been patient, Taurus, and that patience is about to pay off in ways you honestly did not see coming. The number 3 in tarot represents creativity, collaboration, and the fruits of labor, so this is about reaping what you have sown but with interest. I am getting strong messages about timing here. Specifically, that things are lining up in a way that might feel almost orchestrated because several elements are coming together simultaneously rather than one thing at a time. Now Justice appeared, and oh my goodness, this makes so much sense in the context of unexpected good fortune. Justice is card number 12 in the major arcana, and it represents karmic balance, fairness, and things finally evening out after a period of imbalance. For those of you Taurus folks who have been through difficult times, especially if you felt like you were giving way more than you were receiving, this card is essentially the universe saying your accounts are being settled. Justice does not mess around. She ensures that what you put out comes back to you with precision. If you have been kind, generous, and maintained your integrity even when it was hard, justice is bringing that energy back to you amplified. This is why the good fortune feels like it is coming out of nowhere. But really it is not random at all. It is the universe correcting an imbalance. What I love about justice appearing in this reading about unions is that it suggests any partnership forming now is built on equality and mutual respect. There is no power dynamic where one person has all the control or one person is doing all the heavy lifting. Justice ensures that both people are bringing equal value to the table, even if that value looks different for each person. This card also relates to legal matters and contracts, so if your unexpected good fortune involves paperwork, agreements, or making things official, that is all supported by this energy. For some of you, this might literally mean a marriage proposal or signing a lease together. For others, it could be a business partnership becoming legally formalized. The sword justice holds represents mental clarity, and the scales represent balance. So decisions made under this influence are well thought out and fair to everyone involved. I am also picking up that some of you might have been dealing with an actual injustice. Maybe someone treated you unfairly, or a situation was completely lopsided, and justice is saying that chapter is closing and restoration is happening. The universe has been keeping receipts, and now it is time for you to receive what you have been owed, whether that is respect, recognition, love, or actual material resources. The next card that came through is Two of Wands, and this is building beautifully on the Three of Wands we saw earlier. While the Three shows plans in motion, the Two is about making the decision to move forward in the first place. This card depicts someone holding the world in their hands, contemplating their next move. And what strikes me about this for you is the element of choice and personal power. The good fortune coming your way is not going to make you passive. Instead, it is going to present you with options, and you get to decide how you want to proceed. The Two of Wands has this quality of standing at a crossroads, but from a position of strength. You are not desperately picking between bad options. You are choosing between good ones, which is honestly a luxury. I am seeing that the union referenced in this reading might involve you having to make a decision about your future path. Maybe you are being asked to relocate for love or opportunity, or perhaps you need to choose between different ways of structuring your life. What is important here is that you have the power, and the partnership or fortune coming in is giving you more freedom, not less. This card also speaks to planning and vision, so while good things are happening seemingly out of nowhere, you are going to need to think strategically about how to work with these blessings. Do not just let opportunities pass by because you are overwhelmed or uncertain. The Two of Wands is encouraging you to be bold and claim what is being offered. There is something here about partnerships where both people have their own individual power and goals, and they are choosing to align those powers toward a common vision. This is not codependency. This is two sovereign individuals deciding they can achieve more together than apart. I keep getting the message that travel or expansion beyond your current location is significant. The wand suit has this restless creative energy that wants to explore and experience more of what life has to offer. If you have been feeling stuck or limited, these cards are promising that is about to change dramatically. The Two of Wands also relates to courage because it takes guts to leave what is familiar and comfortable to pursue something greater. But the cards are confirming you have that courage and the timing is right to use it. Knight of Swords just flew into this reading, and the energy shifted immediately. This knight charges forward with incredible speed and mental clarity, cutting through confusion and obstacles like a hot knife through butter. In the context of union and good fortune, this suggests things are going to move fast once they start happening. This is not a slow, gradual build. This is more like everything suddenly clicking into place and momentum carrying you forward before you even fully process what is happening. The Knight of Swords can represent a person with strong air sign energy, someone who is intellectual, communicative, and direct in their approach. If this is describing someone coming into your life, they are not going to play games or waste time with mixed signals. They know what they want, and they go after it. This knight is fearless when it comes to pursuing truth and justice, which ties back beautifully to the justice card we saw earlier. There is this sense that someone or something is rushing to restore balance in your life. For some of you, this might manifest as a person who comes in and defends you or stands up for you in a situation where you needed an advocate. For others, this could be about your own mental clarity suddenly sharpening, and you were able to see solutions that were not visible before. The Knight of Swords also represents communication happening rapidly, so expect important news, messages, or conversations to come through suddenly. This could be the offer you have been waiting for, the confession of feelings you hoped to hear, or information that changes your perspective on a situation. What I want to highlight is that this knight does not do subtlety or patience, so whatever is coming is going to be obvious and direct. You will not be left wondering what it means or where you stand. The sword suit is about mental processes and truth, so this good fortune might involve finally understanding something that has been confusing you, or having clarity about which direction to take your life. Sometimes blessings come not in the form of material things, but in the form of understanding. And understanding can unlock doors you did not even know were there. Nine of Swords appeared, and okay, this one initially might seem concerning, but let me explain why this is actually powerful in this context. The Nine of Swords represents anxiety, worry, and sleepless nights, basically all the mental torment we put ourselves through. But here is the thing. This card showing up in a reading about good fortune suggests that your worries are about to be proven wrong. You know that anxiety you have been carrying about whether things will work out or whether you deserve good things? The universe is showing me that those fears are just fears, they are not prophecies. The Nine of Swords often appears when we are catastrophizing or expecting the worst, and its presence here is almost like the cards are acknowledging, yes, you have been worried sick about your future, but look at all these other cards promising good things. Your anxiety is not an accurate reflection of what is actually coming. For many of you Taurus individuals, you might have been lying awake at night worrying about money, love, career, or just life in general, and this card is saying that phase is ending. The breakthrough represented by the other cards is going to give you such relief that you will finally be able to rest easy. I am also getting that some of your worry has been because you sensed big changes coming, and change is scary even when it is positive change. Your subconscious has been picking up on the fact that your life is about to shift significantly, and that has been manifesting as anxiety, because your mind does not yet understand that this shift is in your favor. The Nine of Swords can also indicate that you have been your own worst enemy. Maybe you have been talking yourself out of opportunities or convincing yourself you are not ready for the blessings trying to come through. This card is inviting you to examine those thought patterns and recognize them as obstacles you are creating rather than objective reality. When good fortune does arrive, you are going to look back at all this worry and realize how much energy you spent on scenarios that never materialized. I want to be clear that I am not dismissing your very real concerns. But the cards are showing that the outcome is much better than what you have been fearing. Two of Pentacles came through next, and this is adding such an interesting dimension to the reading. This card shows someone juggling two pentacles, managing multiple priorities or resources with skill and adaptability. In the context of your reading, this suggests that the good fortune and union coming your way might initially require some flexibility and balance on your part. You could be managing more than one good opportunity at once, which is honestly a great problem to have, or you might be balancing a new relationship with other responsibilities in your life. The Two of Pentacles has this playful quality to it. The figure is often depicted almost dancing as they juggle, which tells me that while you might be busy, you will also be enjoying yourself. This is not stressful juggling. This is the kind of dynamic energy that keeps life interesting. What stands out about this card following the Nine of Swords is that it shows you moving from paralysis and worry into action and adaptability. Instead of being frozen by anxiety, you are going to be actively engaged with life, making adjustments as needed and finding your rhythm. The Pentacles suit is about material resources and practical matters, so this juggling might involve financial decisions, work commitments, or logistical details of building a new life with someone. I am getting the sense that some of you might be combining households or merging resources with a partner, and this requires coordination and flexibility. Or perhaps you are balancing a relationship with career ambitions and finding that sweet spot where you can honor both. The Two of Pentacles reminds us that balance is not a fixed state. It is something you actively maintain through constant, tiny adjustments. This is particularly relevant for you, Taurus, because your sign values stability, but sometimes stability comes not from everything staying the same, but from being able to adapt while maintaining your center. The infinity symbol often appears with this card, suggesting that with the right approach, you can sustain this balance indefinitely. There is also a message here about resourcefulness. You have more capacity to handle multiple things than you think you do. Queen of Swords showed up, and she is bringing some serious wisdom to this reading. This queen sits on her throne with her sword raised, representing someone who has been through storms and come out stronger and clearer as a result. She does not sugarcoat reality, but she also does not let harsh truths destroy her. In your reading about unions and good fortune, the Queen of Swords suggests that you need to bring discernment and clear boundaries into whatever is developing. This is not about being cold or closed off. It is about being wise and protecting your peace. If you have been through difficult relationships or disappointments in the past, the Queen of Swords is the part of you that learned from those experiences and is not going to repeat old patterns. When this good fortune and potential union arrives, you are going to approach it with both an open heart and a clear head, which is the perfect combination. This queen knows her worth, and she does not settle for less than she deserves, and that energy is going to serve you well. I am also getting that for some of you, the Queen of Swords might represent an actual person in your life. Perhaps an older woman who gives you excellent advice or a friend who tells you the truth, even when it is hard to hear. Pay attention to the wise counsel around you right now because someone might see things about your situation that you are too close to see clearly. The sword suit is all about mental clarity and truth. So the Queen of Swords is ensuring that you are seeing this union and good fortune for what it truly is, rather than through the lens of fantasy or desperation. She asks you to communicate clearly and expect clear communication in return. No more reading between the lines or making excuses for poor behavior. We are operating from a place of directness and honesty. What I love about this queen is that she has compassion, but it is compassion born from wisdom rather than naivety. She understands human nature, including its flaws, and she works with reality as it is rather than how she wishes it would be. This is the energy you want to embody as you move into this new chapter. The final card I pulled is Nine of Wands, and wow, this is such a powerful place to land. The Nine of Wands shows someone who has been through battles and is still standing, maybe wounded and tired but not defeated. This person is wary but also resilient. They have learned to protect what they have built. In your reading, this card is acknowledging that you have been through a lot, Taurus. You have fought for what you have, and you have every right to be cautious about protecting your peace and your progress. But here is what the Nine of Wands is really saying. You are so close to the finish line, do not give up now. The good fortune and union promised by the other cards require you to stay strong just a little bit longer, and to not let past hurts make you close off right when blessings are trying to reach you. This card often appears when someone is almost ready to surrender or retreat because they are exhausted from defending themselves. But it is actually the moment to dig deep and find that last reserve of courage. The wands you see in this card represent the boundaries and defenses you have built, and they are necessary and good. But make sure those defenses have a gate that can open for the right people and opportunities. The Nine of Wands is about perseverance and the strength that comes from surviving challenges. You are not the same person who started this journey. You are tougher, wiser, and more grounded, and those qualities make you ready for the blessings coming your way. I am seeing that this union and good fortune are actually the reward for your resilience. Because you did not give up on yourself, because you kept moving forward even when it was hard, you have earned this next chapter. There is something about delayed gratification here, like you have been waiting and working for a long time, and finally the universe is saying, okay, you are ready, and here it comes. The 9 in tarot represents near completion. You are in the final stretch before reaching a new level. This card is encouraging you to maintain your boundaries while also remaining open to receive. It is a delicate balance, but you have already proven you can handle. Delicate balances by surviving everything you have been through. Okay? Taurus, let me just take a breath because this reading is absolutely loaded with promise, and I want to make sure you are really hearing what the cards are saying. You have 10 powerful cards, here all pointing to a major shift in your life involving both connection with others, and material blessings that seem to appear suddenly, but are actually the result of karmic balance and your own hard work paying off. The union the cards are describing is not some surface-level connection. We are talking about something built on emotional maturity, equality, mutual respect, and shared vision. Whether this is romantic, business, or a deep friendship, this is the kind of partnership that expands your world rather than limiting it. And the good fortune is not just luck. It is restoration and reward for everything you have invested in yourself and your growth. What I want you to take away from this reading is that you are entering a phase where things finally start flowing in your favor, but you need to show up for it with wisdom, discernment, and an open heart protected by healthy boundaries. The universe is not asking you to be naive. It is asking you to be brave enough to receive what you have earned. Stay grounded in your truth, Taurus. Trust that you have built something solid within yourself that no external circumstance can shake. And get ready, because the union and good fortune coming your way are about to remind you why you never gave up.